cover. And I know we are missing a lot of people, but let's get it all started. We're going to videotape it, so if you wanted to go back and try to remember something that happened, know that it will be videotaped and we will put it on the internet. And if somebody who isn't here today wants to get all of this information, send them to the video and to Roxy. So first, thank you, Mike and team, for the great food. Thank you. As you know, today is our open enrollment day. We're going to learn all about the health benefits. We're going to learn a little bit more about the Affordable Care Act and how it might impact you and your family and the choices you make. And we'll have information about the FSA as well. All right? But first, we have California Credit Union here, and they will share with us some new opportunities that you have with California Credit Union. So welcome, we're excited to have you here.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here. For those of you not familiar with California Credit Union, we have become a great partner with you all, and that's why we're here today. And with that being said, for those, again, who are not familiar with us, we are part of the educational community as you are as well. So you'll see us at school sites and as volunteering, but mostly giving back to the community. And a special program that we have for you all is a 3% summer savings. I'm sure you would all like to receive 3% on a traditional savings, and we have that in place for you. You are eligible for this. How this works is that anything from $50 to $2,000 deposit that you make through direct deposit will earn 3%. In the meantime, as you're earning that balance, in July, we'll send you a check or transfer it to one of your accounts that you have with us. The great thing also is that you'll be able to take advantage of our benefits, being of interest rates of 1.47 for auto, 7.99 for personal loans. We also have business accounts for those of you who also have a side business. In addition, we have payroll advances and any other benefits that you may find that you will not find in a traditional bank, such as a commercial, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Now, I'm sure a lot of you already bank there because it is convenient, correct? Now, it's not convenient when the fees are assessed and etc. I would like to let you know that we have over 30,000 ATMs that we share through the network. So not only are we unique, we are also convenient. I'm sure for the most part you do not walk into a branch to make a deposit because we are in the smartphone, the deposit, so there's no time for that. And again, you are welcome to apply. I'm going to leave some goodies, some giveaway items, membership card, a little bit more information about that 3%. I invite you to take advantage of it because I wish this was available for me, but fortunately it's not. And I'll leave the memberships, very basic information. Traditionally, we charge a $5 membership fee, and this will be charged if you walk into the branch to open the membership. But because you are special partners, we are going to waive that fee. And I can come back sometime this week. I'll schedule it with Ms. Roxy to pick up your membership forms. If you should have any questions, I'm only a phone call or email away. I'm sure that's more convenient for you all. My business cards are there as well. Please feel free to reach out to me if you should have any other inquiries. Again, my name is Sylvia Felix. I am with California Credit Union. And also I left this one sheet as far as where our locations are, just so you can see where you can walk in the branch, okay? It was a pleasure being here. Thank you. I'm sure you'll be reaching out to me, and I look forward to it. Thank
you. The credit union is a great thing. Talk to Sylvia. It really is a wonderful thing that's being added. Again, Mike Rosina's been around for a long time. Nicole Schwartz, my assistant. Bethany Pena, also voice at the other end of the phone, please. If anything never looks, smells, or feels right, you can certainly call Roxy and call us if you need the cavalry. Surprise, we are renewing with Kaiser again. They still remain the most competitive program for us. I think everybody seems to be relatively happy with what we've got. We still have the same programs that we've offered in the past. Everybody should have this material here. But before I go into the Kaiser, I do want to kind of give you a little update on the ACA, the Affordable Care Act, AKA Obamacare. It's really going into effect this year. For anybody who doesn't have health insurance, either on yourself or your family members, they're gonna catch you. We want everybody to have health insurance. Buy it through the firm here. It is affordable. The money that is set aside for you, the full-time employees, will make at least one of these plans meet the criteria of affordable. All of the plans meet the criteria of meeting the essential minimum values. So we've got a plan. So if you think you can go to Covered California and get a subsidy, they're going to catch you. For you, the employee, for your dependents, for a spouse, for a domestic partner, child, Covered California may be the place to be. But for you, the employee, our program, again, meets the minimum criteria of being affordable. Other than that, the fact that they're going to start slamming taxes on as of next year, retroactive to 2015, there's nothing really new and exciting in the Affordable Care Act coming down the pike for next year. 2018, we have what's called a Cadillac tax that may or may not affect people. We don't know if that's going to stay in effect. I'll give you an update next year. So everybody should have this menu here of the programs and the cost. In the last 2 years, we've had like 5 of these rate sheets because it was zip code of your residence. Now it's zip code of the employer. So we have one rate sheet for everybody with the various programs, 2, 4, 5 plans that we offer. I see. Sorry, Paul. Hit a moving target. But we've got a platinum plan, which pays approximately 90% of the bill, a gold plan, 80%, a PPO program if somebody insists on their own doctor. We have a health savings account, HSA, if you have any questions on that. And then we have a bronze $60 copay program that assures our affordability requirement.
And here's your cheat sheet right behind it. Looks like this, that's going into the details. Well, I shouldn't say full details, but it is going through a bit more details on the program. There are more detailed descriptions, and you can come to us afterwards and we can email that to you. Also, Roxy has them as well. But this is a quick cheat sheet.
Now, we're holding this meeting today. Today is what, the 21st?
2020.
Really? We would like your decision by the end of this month. You actually can go a few days into August, but we want payroll to be right and everything else going along with it. So we'd like you to make your decision again. There's nothing earth-shattering going on here on the medical. Dental is another thing. We are changing after almost 20 years with Blue Shield, almost 30 years with Blue Shield. We are changing to United Concordia effective August 1st on your dental program. Everybody will need to enroll in the dental program or decline the dental program. Somebody want to explain how that process?
Go ahead. So for the dental, here is the packet right here for the United Concordia Dental. It has the benefits inside of it. We are offering a HMO and a PPO just like we did with Blue Shield. The network is much broader, and the care and the benefits are a bit better as well. We do need the enrollment form filled out, and I'm just looking for that right now. We do need this filled out if you are planning on enrolling in the dental benefits. The cost for the dental, for the HMO and the PPO is on that cost sheet where the medical rates are. If you are declining the dental or want to decline the dental, then please see Roxy and she will have you fill out a decline dental form. That way we have that on file for you.
Yes.
Can you guys talk about this transition and what it means for people and their current dental care?
Correct, good question. If you have satisfied your Blue Shield dental deductible thus far during the year, you would need to supply proof of that. And generally it works, you get one or the other. If you say I want deductible credit for the first half of the year, then they're also going to take, let's say you've used $800 of your $1,500 annual maximum, they're going to recognize the fact that you've already used your program. If on the other hand, you're not worried about your deductible because you've got $1,000 of dental expense, then you don't tell them you satisfied your deductible and you have a new deductible and a new $1,500 for August through December 31. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes.
Like, for example, I'm in the work for getting.
You're in work in progress?
Yeah, so I'm not done, I started like last week. So do I have to do everything like right away before August?
It is, no. The answer there is no, you don't have to have speed dentistry. But there is a very high likelihood that dentist is in the United Concordia network, and even if they are not, we have a good definition of reasonable and customary.
What I'd like for people to do, I'm going to give you my email address. If you have a work in progress, please go ahead and email me. That way I can hold your hand through this process and this transition. There's a little flyer that I can send out to you, whether you go with the HMO or the dental PPO, and that'll give you a little bit more information as to what's going on. I'm going to also want your dental office name, and again, I'm just going to kind of hand hold you. My email is Nicole, Nicole, at, that's kind of long, sorry, access, oh, perfect.
She can write it on there while we're going ahead with the presentation.
Access, ACCESS, yourbenefits.com. And please do me a favor though, and say you're with LAEP so that I know which case I'm referring to.
Now you notice I've been coming around here a lot of years and I've never given my email out. So do make a note of hers. Now, mine would just be Mike R. with the same ending. Did you have anything about that at this point?
I told you it was long. I'm going down here now.
The other thing that's very important that we have as another benefit here at LAEP is your FSA, Flexible Spending or Savings Account. It has essentially three components. One is we do pre-tax your premium unless you adamantly tell us not to. I would be hard pressed to have somebody tell me why it's advantageous not to pre-tax their premium, but the only disadvantage is if you start out the year insuring little Johnny and halfway through the year you decide you don't want to insure little Johnny anymore and you drop him, but he's still your kid. That's the only way. Otherwise, pre-taxing your premiums makes a whole lot of sense. The other component is dependent daycare. If you have children under the age of 14 that are in daycare, not mom or grandma taking care of it, but somebody that you get a tax ID number from, you'll want to use the dependent daycare component of your FSA. The third one is your flexible spending account. Now, you mentioned that you were in the process of having dental work. Dental work is paid generally preventive at 100%, basic at 80%, major work, the stuff that we need, crowns, bridges, dentures, gold work, paid at 50%. So orthodontial, 50%. So you're going to have some exposure there. If you know you're incurring medical expenses that are either not covered or covered to the co-pays. Let's say you've got prescriptions, maintenance prescriptions, you might want to set that money aside. The IRS did something surprisingly good for working people. They allowed an extension. Right now, for those of you who are in the FSA for plan year 8/1/14, you have not only until 8/1/15 to incur your expense, but actually 2.5 months past that. So you can incur expense in September for your 2014 FSA election. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
As of October 14th, if you haven't used it, money that you designated as of August 1/14, you lose that money. So everybody here, you know, looks like a person that could come up with ways of either going to the dentist, incurring that expense, buying the prescription sunglasses or glasses.
Massage therapy, acupuncture, all those are eligible FSA expenses. The easiest way is to Google. You simply put in eligible FSA expenses, 2014, 2015. The government has a guideline,
Full menu.
so it's all in there.
Yes.
If you have used up your FSA expenses, when we sign up this time, what's the year beginning?
The year would be August 1st, 2014,
Oh.
running through July 31st, 2016, with a 2.5-month extension taking you to October 14th of 2016.
But if then we have to now sign up again?
You have,
And
that's
that
correct.
year-
This is a proactive thing. You have to sign up, re-up it every year.
And that year is what date?
And that year is August 1 through,
August 1 of 15,
To probably the same extent.
July
to
31
July
of
30 of 16,
16.
with that 2.5-month grace period.
We did not give everybody on their tables an FSA enrollment form. Please come up and see us afterwards. It gets too cumbersome if we just put everything out there. So if you're making a change to your Kaiser, come and see us. We have the forms. If you're re-upping your FSA, come and see us. We've got the forms. Roxy has them via PDF as well. You can always email them to me, email me and ask for it as well. But your FSA does not automatically roll over. You must re-up.
Nor does your dental. This year, everybody must sign up or decline the dental. If you're on Kaiser, you do nothing, we're gonna roll you into the same program you have. You must proactively change it if you choose to. Everybody understand?
So we can change it, because last year it was based off of what we had previously. So like we didn't get the option to go from the $20 or the $30 copay.
I don't remember that. I think, we try and, Roxy, we always, I mean, if you were outside of the enrollment period, perhaps that might have been, but I can't think of a scenario where we didn't have the opportunity to make the change. And if we did, I apologize, there was a misunderstanding. Question?
What is the vision part of the dental package? Like, this is vision.
It's a discount program. If you have a Costco card or, you can get the same type of discounts. But if you show them your UCCI card, it may be worth something. I went to Lens Crafters and they didn't take our particular vision program, but they asked if I had a AAA card and I got a 30% discount on that. So, whip out your Bonds card, try anything.
And here's the instructions on that discount program on the back of that flyer.
Yes?
So maybe similar to Nancy's question, braces. So we're in the middle of braces, but they're not going to come off until January. We're still in the middle of paying on the old plan. Is that something I need to email
Yeah.
you about?
Yeah, that way we can coordinate your provider service, I can make sure it's the same. Because we're not gonna stand here and generally say, oh, it's fine, it'll be covered, because if they were covered with Blue Shield and now not with United Concordia, we've got a little bit of a hiccup and we have to figure it out.
So each case where we have work in progress is separate and should be handled that way. Yes?
For FSA, is there a way we can recommend something? For example, if you go into the same dental or same place, every time you go there, you have to submit the receipt, even though it's in the system. Is there a way we can recommend if you're using the same service, you don't have to submit the receipt?
Are you talking about using your debit card? Because I know that some of them don't take the debit card.
They do take the debit card.
And
For
you
example,
still-
a dental place, I go there all the time. Every time I use a card, I have to submit the receipt, even though it's the same.
Yes, there is a way, and I will email that to you. It's basically getting your provider of service kind of contracted, when I say contracted, it's loosely, with Take Care by WageWorks, so that they can have a more streamlined relationship.
Okay.
So,
Good, thank you. Other thing we're interested in, we're adding the credit union this year, and there's going to be some HR services, right, Roxy, that are coming on board that are going to help. The other thing is, we've not offered a lot of other voluntary benefits. Does anybody have any burning desire for, something like Aflac, or, there's a half a dozen vendors like that, where they offer a hospital indemnity, a separate disability program, cancer insurance. Most of that, you look at family history and say, there's been a lot of breast cancer running through the family. Maybe that's something I should look into. Does anybody have any interest in that? We want to tailor the program to best suit you. And it's something that, you would pay on a voluntary basis. Yeah, what would you be interested in? Just
The cancer.
The cancer?
It's really good program, it's really good, Aflac really.
Yeah,
The disability assistance is really good.
For a lot of people, it's worked out really well. Did you have a question?
Senior care.
Long-term care. Long-term care used to be available on a group basis, and it was fairly economical. It is available now. It's an expensive program, but there again, long-term care is an expensive proposition. It can be as much as $120,000 a year to take care of mom. So, insuring it sometimes is a better way, whether it be for a parent or yourself. That's something that we will look into. What we'll probably do is maybe send Roxy a inquiry sheet, and she can blast it out saying, these are kind of the supplemental benefits that we would be interested in. So, yeah.
Yes, on the Kaiser grid, are these prices monthly, these rates, or are they bi-weekly?
Those are the monthly rates.
Monthly.
Monthly rates. So first of all, you take your $330.
I think it's 331,
Oh, we kicked it out.
right?
It's 330.
$330.
Bi-weekly basis, so it's 115 to 31 bi-weekly, but then it's also percentage of how many hours you work. So some people are at 100%, some are at 50% or 80, so it also is the percentage of that amount.
that's why we didn't do that math. The X factor of that percent would have thrown us all
Roxy,
off.
what is it on a bi-weekly basis?
150 to 31 for full-time.
Thank you.
We do have several sign-in sheets going around. We ask that everybody sign in so that we can know that you were here. If you haven't, please do so. We are also pushing fruit, so on your way out, please grab something. Yes.
I remember last year you said there was one of the plans that you were like, really don't get this one, only do it if you absolutely have to.
Well, that's the far right column.
Okay, just wanna
It's
make
a
sure you know that
$5,000 deductible before you get a pill. So if you say, I'm immortal, I'm not gonna get sick, I'm gonna save that money, that might be the plan for you. But the reality is, it's not. It's there so we can meet the criteria of affordable. So this plan, I could be, 60 plus years old, and you see by the time you get down there towards the bottom of the chart, some of these programs get fairly expensive for a 64-year-old. But we try to always meet the criteria of the law, and we offer a plan that is affordable. Yes?
Looking at the medical benefit comparison, there's a section that says OON, what does that mean?
Out of network. That would be for the PPO only. An HMO, you go out of network, what's your benefit?
Unless it's an emergency.
Unless it's a life-threatening emergency, that's correct.
Thank you.
Any other questions? We'll be around for any personal questions that you would like to pose. Other than that, that concludes